Told you I'd be right here with the same shirt on. I know how much you all love flowered shirts as much as I do. That was my terrible attempt at winking. I got a gift card from my senior area director for the company I work for. So I bought some books. And I am behind the game on all of them. But let me start with the first 3 books, which are part of a series by Tahereh Mafi. Shatter Me. What an interesting way to introduce these books. I know. I sound way too excited for it, don't I? Anyway, I don't need to tell all of you this book. I've been hearing so many things about Shatter Me, especially this year, which surprises me because this book came out it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I think it's just because the books are so good. Give me one sec. In 2011, so 9 years ago, and I'm set late to the game on them, but I'm really excited to read them because I have heard so many good things on BookTube and the blogs and Twitter. So if you don't know much about this book, the description on the back says, "No one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her, plans to use her as a weapon, but Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time and to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever." So it starts out with her meeting somebody she knows, but she doesn't remember right away that she knows him. And sure, if people touch her, they can die. And I started reading the first couple chapters. And I'm already hooked in because it starts out with them, they're locked in how does she describe it? Like a home for people who can't be out in normal society, who need to be fixed. It reminds me of the New Mutants. Have you guys seen that movie? Anyway, and they are in the dark all the time. Their food is slipped into them through a door so they can't escape. Boy, this is going to be interesting. When I finish this series, I will definitely let you know what I thought of it. And if you've read it, drop some spoiler-free comments down below, because I'd love to hear what you think of it. Tell me if you can just say something as simple as "I loved it." You can say you hated it. You can say that you think Juliet is your favorite character or your least favorite or whatever. Just talk to me. The next one, I think that Shatter Me is the second book in the series. And they're talking about Juliet being the only one standing in the reestablishment's way, but to take them down, as well as Anderson, the man that nearly killed her, Juliet needs the help of the one person she never thought she could trust, Warner. And as they work together, Juliet will discover that everything she thought she knew about Warner, her abilities, and even Adam was wrong. Whew. That sounds interesting already, and I can't wait to get to it. I'm reading like 5 other books at the same time, though, so I need to finish all of those first. The next book in my haul is, of course, Unravel Me, which is Juliet has escaped from the establishment. Now she's free from their plan to use her as a weapon and free to love Adam. But she will never be free from her lethal touch or from Warner, who wants Juliet more than she ever thought possible. So things are getting more intriguing in this book, it sounds. And, I don't believe that she's free. I haven't even read the books yet, and I think the establishment is still going to get her, or reestablishment. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. Just tell me if you like the books. The next book in my little haul is by Erika Sanchez. I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. And it's about Julia, who is not your perfect Mexican daughter. that wants to go away to college, but she's struggling with that because perfect Mexican daughters do not go away to college. They do not move out of their parents' house after high school graduation. Perfect Mexican daughters never abandon their family. So all they say about her sister Olga is it was Olga's job to be the perfect Mexican daughter because she was the oldest, but she died, and they don't say why. And again, if you've read it, don't spoil it, please, you know. So Julia goes on a sort of hunt to find out the truth about Olga because it says, you know, they question whether Olga was really what she seemed, and how can Julia even attempt to live up to a seemingly impossible ideal, because nobody's perfect, you know. I've heard this book is really good and that it's a wonderful coming-of-age story. I'm really looking forward to reading it. I am not familiar with Erika Sanchez, so I don't know yet if she's written other books. I'm sure she has, but if she hasn't, I hope she does, and I will let you know what I think of this book when I finish it. Look at the cover again before I set it down. And the final book I got is, you guys, scary book, The Bone Witch by Chupeco. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, but I'm trying. Chupeco wrote this as a series about Tahereh, who comes from a family of witches, who is different from the other witches in her family. Her gift for necromancy makes her a bone witch, who are feared and ostracized in the kingdom, for theirs is a powerful elemental magic that can reach beyond the boundaries of the living and of the human. And I've wanted to read this book for years, and I don't know why I keep putting it off. So hold me to this. I am going to finish this book before the year ends because it sounds amazing, and I love scary books and witchy books and fantasy. Oh, so anyway, I'm gonna finish, at the very least, finish this book before the end of the year. So those are my videos that my books that I got, and if you've read any of them, like I said, just tell me what you thought down below. And if you feel like subscribing, please do, because I'd love to get to know you better. And I will write down, I'll leave the titles and authors of the books that I talked about down below so that you can read through it if you want. And I think that's all for now. Have a good day.